But before then, let's hear from the man at the center of it all, the man for whom we are having a by-election there tomorrow, James Gyakye Quayson. Honorable, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. Sir.
Thank you.
How is tomorrow looking like? Does it? Do you have butterflies in your stomach? How is it feeling? You've gone through this before, but I'm sure tomorrow is extra complex, isn't it?
Can I have your name, please?
This is Umaru. This is Umaru.
Oh, Umaru. Yes. Thank you, Umaru. Yes. You asked me a question in regards to tomorrow's by-election, right?
So I'm asking how tomorrow, how the feeling is for you going into the by-election tomorrow.
Oh no, feeling is I'm very upbeat. I'm very confident. Since I've shaped up very well. I would not say more than I think would dispel any discomfort or disadvantage for anybody. But all I can tell you is that I'm very focused and I'm very confident that we'll win the seat and put this to rest.
We are told that you're going against a stronger candidate than the one you faced in 2020, and that based on the development that the government has brought to your constituency, tomorrow you do not stand a chance at all. What do you say to that?
No, I don't think it's. I think if anything, it's a reverse of what the perception is. Let me tell you, you see, in 2020. I was totally a new candidate, parliamentary candidate. I had not really had much footprint in the community, even though I was fulfilling some of their campaign requirements that people had placed on me. But in terms of development, in the last 2.5 years since I've been in office, I was in office until this by-election. There's little or almost nothing the government can put their hand on that they developed until the last 2 weeks when this by-election was called. So I think the people of Assin North are very, very conscious people. They know exactly what is happening. There's many, many contracts awarded in the district that has never been fulfilled. Until recently, when in this rainy season, they tried to plow some roads, and unfortunately, or maybe nature just has to expose them that they are not able to construct roads in the middle of a rainy season. So, if people are claiming that they've done developments, I'm not sure where those developments are. They are yet to show the people of Assin North where these developments are located.
I thought the president commissioned a new road which would have been constructed over a period now when he came to town over the weekend.
Well, this road, I think if you want to do some research, Maru, you'll be able to identify when these contracts of these roads were awarded. This is a Japanese government donation to Ghana. It's nothing that was initiated by the government of Ghana. Of course, the government of Ghana, the highways the authority were part of it in terms of the local issues, settlements of people who were affected, properties that were affected. But in terms, I had a meeting with the contractors back in 2021, 2 or 3 meetings, and they explained to me exactly what the contract is all about. It's a Japanese government donation to Ghana government. So they can't take credit for it. Of course, I mean, it happened in their era. So, and obviously they have to commission it. So I don't see why this was done back in the time with Atta Mills, President Atta Mills, back from Bekwai, Kwanta, all the way to Adansi Praso. And this is the second phase of the project. You know, it just happened to be under their watch. But even so, could have happened sooner than later. So they want to take credit for it. It's all well and good, but we only benefiting about this. Is not for Assin North only. we are benefiting. We welcome every project that comes into our community, but we only enjoying about maybe 10 kilometers of it from Assin Praso to India, which is Assin India, where I share a border with Assin Central.
So the whole government machinery, we are told, is deployed according to your party to the constituency, and your party is making claims that votes are being bought. We've put it to the governing party. They've said to us that the gentleman you are going against is a philanthropist in the constituency, and that every donation we are seeing there is part of what he has always been doing. You have lived in the constituency. I'm sure you know your opponent and you know what he's been doing in the past. This allegation of vote buying, is there any proof to it?
Well, I think you see, as as a constituent, as a candidate, as someone going against him, I will not get involved with this issue of vote buying. I think it will be best for some journalists to come to some of the local residents to get the answer to these questions. I've been told of such. In fact, if you listen attentively, my voice is even vibrating because I'm on a very treacherous road here, traveling through some communities and identifying with some of the local people in terms of visitation. But they have been told, and as well as I myself have been told by some of the community residents, that they came to a particular area that they were offering money, incentives for people to vote for them. If that is their practice, I spoke about it. But when I was told, I spoke about it in a town hall meeting yesterday with some of the, during my campaign trail, speaking to some of the residents, that they're wrong about buying votes from people that are supposed to be receiving development. You see, it's not fair to them.
Okay.
I don't know what the laws and regulation, but I made sure I told them that Gyakye Quayson or James Quayson will never buy vote from anybody. I'll bring in development as much as I can, but that is not. I shouldn't be a practice for democracy.
Okay.
So,
Honorable, you have made a point that over the past 2 years, the government has not engaged in any developmental project. I believe you would also have had difficulties doing that because you have been in court even before you got sworn in Parliament. What do you reckon tomorrow's vote is going to be about? If it's not going to be about development, what issues do you reckon will be considered by anyone who goes into the booth tomorrow to cast their ballot?
Well, I have just said that I have not seen any development on the side of the government or the ruling party, but I can attest to the fact that I have brought some development to Assin North in the short period. The 1 year, 2021, when I had the opportunity to represent them as a member of parliament, and even after the restrictions were placed on me, where they put a hold on my statutory funds, common funds, and all that, I felt the need to continue as a citizen of the community, to continue with some of the projects that I had embarked on at my own expense. I mean, the first year alone, I was able to install about 2,000 street light bulbs throughout my constituency. Every hamlet, village, town got a piece of it. And that speaks for itself. That's why I'm saying that ideally it would be best to connect with some of the local residents. You see, in terms of such issues, or
Hello
making claim of sorry, because I was just in terms of making claim or identifying the advantages you gain, best is to speak to most of the residents, or at least they'll give you the facts on the ground. That's what I believe in. In fact, before that was my practice. I go on radio stations and they ask me, "Oh, what have you done in this community, or what have you done in that?" And I say, you know what? I'm not a type that I'll come to radio and tell the public what I've done for the community. The people in that community know exactly what I've done for them. So if you want to maybe expand on that, I'll suggest that, we call one or two people to find out what has changed in their communities, and they will tell you. But I know I've done more work in the communities than the government in the last year and a half when I was in office. And in fact, even the weekend before the ruling, I was working on a school that the roof was blown off in one of the communities that they approached NADMO, as well as the district assembly, and they had nothing to offer. This was since March. And I was told this in May. 2 months later, they found a need to come to me, the chiefs and elders, that, they just, ran into me to see how best I can assist them, because they said, the kids couldn't find a place to go to school. And I took it upon myself. This was just a weekend. And then the following week, I was, the Supreme Court ruling came in. But I felt, it's a moral responsibility. I got to still work on that. So I did that as well. And I'm determined to make it finish. As I'm campaigning, they're still even working on the school.
Finally, we all know that there is a legal issue hanging around your neck. The president spoke about it yesterday and said people of Assin North should not vote for someone who is going to start operating from prison or from jail. What do you make of that? The fact that you are having criminal proceedings against you and you're on the ballot. There are people who say, and indeed the president, the highest person or the most important person in the land, has said that you look like a jailbird, and that if you are voted tomorrow, you are just going to be in prison and it will serve no purpose. Why do you have to be on the ballot? And what do you make of the president's statement?
Well, I think maybe that question should be directed. His answer should have been directed to the EC. You see, I'm not here to maybe exchange any argument. I find it a little bit strange that Mr. President, who is head of state, a leader, and would even, I haven't heard that comment myself. I have to hear it. Otherwise, I think no one, especially him being a lawyer, will predict you are innocent until proven guilty. I think that is the fundamental rule of law, right? And that's what prevails in Ghana. So I don't believe that he said that.
Oh.
I don't want to.
No,
I don't want.
Well, it was in your constituency yesterday at the final rally of the NPP. He said it on the podium. The whole world has heard it. It's all over. He has said that.
Okay. I didn't follow him because I was doing my own campaign with the former president, and I was focused on that. So if he truly said that, then I will be a bit more. I'll be surprised that with his legal background, he should be the one to uphold a suspect's innocence until proven guilty. So if the matter is still in court, I would not even comment on any matter in court myself, who I'm the accused. But if that's what he believes is happening, if he did say that, I think it's just a political pitch. I mean, just to assist their candidate to maybe gain a little advantage of the campaign. But I think people of Assin know better already, and I've already mentioned that I'm very confident I'm going to win the election. And anything that happens after that is a secondary matter to me right now, and the people of Assin North.
Wish you all the best, and thank you for speaking to us, sir.
Thank you, Maru. I appreciate your contact there. Take care of yourself. Yeah.
I will. Do take care of yourself too. That's James Gyakye Quayson. He's the NDC's parliamentary candidate for tomorrow's by-election in the Assin North constituency.